Hey folks, taking a quick break from the horror reviews to give you some insight and some information I think is lacking on the internet right now about solutions for the Furrion solar jacks or solar connectors that are out there on our campers on the side. And some solutions to get that to work and connect to our solar panels that are not Furrion. So this is a Harbor Freight Thunderbolt solar 100 watt solar panel kit. I've actually taken it outside, connected it to the battery itself, and it does what it's supposed to, and I'm actually pretty impressed with it. Here are the panels out right now. I used them last evening in that configuration, and it charged just fine. And it was low light. It was evening. It was overcast, and it was charging just fine on the RV. Again, I had to take the battery box apart and was connected straight to the to the battery. But quickly on Amazon, you see the Zamp controller and you hear about the reverse polarity, and it has that SAE style, battery tender looking controller or end on it connector. So let's see. The end that would mate to this. Sorry about that, folks. The end that would mate to this. And I went ahead and got that Zamp Furrion controller with the full intent that I was going to cut it. This set comes with these alligator clips that have an end like this. And what I did was get the Zamp set, which is here. This is the Zamp set with that Furrion connector. And of course you need to have it connected to the charge controller. So I actually cut the end of that, cut this. Sorry I'm doing this in reverse, but I just wanted to make sure it worked. Cut this type of end that was on it off. Was able to unravel or unscrew this end here. And actually the positive cable is, we know it's the bottom on these, right? The lower nodule here, the lower pin is the positive. But of course it can be swapped or twisted. We don't know how it's coming out the back. So I unscrewed this, which was just a matter of unscrewing here, and this disconnects right there. And you can see it is marked red positive. And you can see the bottom one, and you can follow it all the way back. I did cut it and mark it myself and was able to put it into the connector here. So the negative and the positive were able to connect into this charge controller, which of course you need to have, on the Thunderbolt solar, which is Harbor Freight. This is the controller that comes with it. And I was able to successfully plug it in and get a reading. I haven't tried charging with it yet, but I did plug it into the Furrion port that's on the side, and it was reading the battery. I wasn't having an issue, and it was reading 12.2 volts or 12.1 volts, whatever it was reading at the time, and I could cycle through the options and go from there. So I don't see many options out there, many solutions on how to use these. I did buy another controller that's out there off of Amazon that has the Furrion port to that SAE, which I know is not reverse polarity, but it actually does come with a polarity reversing connector to it if you needed it. I may upgrade this. If I find other ones that are maybe waterproof controllers that have that SAE or that battery tender input, I might go ahead and use those. But for right now, this solution is going to get me through, and charging tomorrow and playing with this tomorrow to see how it works. So there's a solution. Just cut the end off that Furrion Zamp cable, connect the positive to positive, and plug it in the side of the camper, and you are good to go without fussing with the battery box and the alligator clips. Hope this helps.